Hello everybody and welcome to another awesome match of some Valorant action for the Cincinnati Lions. Today what we have going on is we do have, let me double check the one quick little transition, but we do have the Lions Gray facing off against the Lions Black in the first match of the Platinum Relegation tournament today. Today we do have 4 teams that are competing for slots in the Platinum League within XP League, which is the highest level of competition that is available for our players. These are the highest skilled players, the most competitive leagues, and you have to be invited to these relegation tournaments, perform well in order to make it into that league and play that in the next split.
Select
Our
your
next split
agent.
is starting on the 27th of November, and we're very, very excited to see how our teams do. Well, the teams are going ahead and picking right now their teams. I do want to briefly kind of show what the bracket is going to look like, right? So right is a double elimination bracket. Right now you see the number 1 seed as the Weston Ninjas. That is a team that was previously in Platinum League during the fall split, and they are fighting to maintain their position in that Platinum League. And they're facing off against the 4th seeded Franklin Wolverines, who placed 3rd in the gold division during the fall split. And then we have the Cincinnati Lions Black, who placed 1st in the gold during the fall split, and the Cincinnati Lions Gray, who placed 2nd, facing off right now. So the winner of this match will go to the game number 4, which will determine who is going to, whoever wins that will get a platinum spot. And then you'll see the loser bracket down below that for the loser round 1, loser round 2, in which teams can compete to get the 2nd slot in the Platinum League. So there's 2 slots open today. Cincinnati has 2 teams participating, and it takes 2 losses to be kicked out of this bracket and go home. So without further ado, I do want to get right back into the action and talk a little and our players. Right now, we did have a map ban kind of opportunity, which is new for us in the Gold League. That was not something that we had to focus on or deal with. And today, we do have the map Ascent, and we have the Lions Gray currently on the defense, being represented by Def Mantella, Expert Chimpanzee, Sunny, Red, correction, yeah, and Red. So this is actually Cincinnati Lions Black on the defense. Cincinnati Lions Gray being represented by Strato, Adiola Abuser, TNT Dog, and Alpha Raptor.
Scout destroyed.
Currently we had some eliminated players, so I'll go through those real quick. Green, and I think we already talked about Alpha Raptor, but on the Black we have Tack as well. So a couple new names, couple new faces that have joined the Cincinnati Lions since the last season. I'm very excited to see how they perform today. As always, please let me know if there's any audio issues, concerns with the stream, and I will get those remedied as soon as possible. But otherwise, sit back, relax, and enjoy some Cincinnati Lions Valorant gameplay. So this also to mention, these matches during this bracket are all going to be best of 1, right? So the teams are going to be competing and fighting for the first team to get to 13 round wins to win the match, and then that's going to be it, right? The loser will go into the loser bracket, the winner will continue on in that winner's bracket, and that will be kind of the completion of that. We're not doing any best of 3s or anything along those lines. All right, watching the attack from Cincinnati Lions Gray, going right up the middle.
Take flight.
We do see Alpha Raptor with the spike. It seems that they, utilizing some utility, are beginning to rotate towards the A site. We do see Cincinnati Black slowly rotating to defend that site. Likely contact here. Expert Chimpanzee going down for Cincinnati Lions Black. Both these teams desperately wanting to get ahead early in this tournament.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
The spike is down. There's only one Cincinnati Alliance Gray team member still remaining. That is Breen. Is he going to be able to get there in time before Sunny defuses? And that is not going to happen. Bringing Cincinnati Alliance Black 2-0 in this first match of the relegation tournament.
We know more than we did before.
Fighting for those platinum slots in the XP League Valorant Platinum Division.
Turret out.
That goes there. Here.
Similar kind of setup here for the Cincinnati Alliance Gray, being represented by the red players on the map. Going up the middle again. A little bit of vision here. Identifying most of the players in the middle. Cincinnati Lion. I'm sorry, I'm getting my lines mixed up. Cincinnati Lions. Let me swap the text here, because I do believe I have it backwards. I do.
Spike planted.
Enemy down.
There we go. Now I'll be less confused, and hopefully you will be as well. Right now, Cincinnati Lions Gray pushing into the site very strongly. The spike is down. Only one player remaining for Black. It is going to be Deft Mantella. Does go down 2-1 score in favor of the Cincinnati Lions Black in this round. I believe that this is going to be quite the okay, so I'm hearing that the audio is a tad hot. What I'll do is I'll turn down my audio a little bit. Appreciate the feedback there, Mrs. Kaylee G. I'm also just super excited, so that might be part of it. We got both of these teams. You know, it's one of those win-win situations where no matter who wins this match, you know, we're all Cincinnati Lions in the end, and I know both of these teams, there's probably going to be plenty of banter in the team Discord server after this. So I look forward to it. And then even if someone, you know, one of these teams is bound to lose, and they will be in the loser's bracket, there's an opportunity that they will have to clear through the loser's bracket and both meet each other again during the platinum. User getting taken down by Tack on the site.
No more. Scanning ahead.
Right now, man advantage is equal. We do see a rotation coming from Cincinnati Lions Gray with Alpha Raptor heading towards the B side. If he can get that spike down in time, I think there might be an opportunity here for Strato to catch some of these players out of position.
Last player standing.
Unfortunately, Deft Mantella does take down two of the Cincinnati Lions Gray players.
Last player standing.
Does get traded out by Alpha Raptor. But Sunny, I believe, is going to have this defuse. Very tight game, very tight match. And that's going to bring the Cincinnati Lions Black to a 3-1 lead against the Cincinnati Lions Gray. I think we do see a request for a tech pause. So yeah, we do see a timeout. Just a tech pause happening. I do believe that there's just some issues with one of the players that will get resolved here. Codesbane, thanks. Let's go Lions. Absolutely. I will take this this moment to just provide the opportunity and reminder to everyone that we are utilizing this stream and our merchandise to help assist our players to get to North American Finals next summer. So if you happen to have an Amazon Prime account, you can actually subscribe to this Twitch channel if you're watching on Twitch for free at no cost to you, and it will support the stream and provide some monetary compensation that we can add to that NAF fund. So if you do have Amazon Prime, all you have to do is click on the Prime subscribe button I think we did set up the stream as well for having just like a little crown on the stream that you can click. And yeah, it's super easy. It lasts for 1 month, every month you have the choice to provide an additional subscription, and it's completely free if you already have a Prime account. So please consider doing so if you'd like to support our team. 214K, Abuser has 1 million fans, you're one of them. No fans and you don't exist. Absolutely. Abuser is doing fantastic this game so far. New to XPL, new to the XP League Cincinnati Lions, but very excited to see what this season has in store, and I'm hoping that we get to see it in the Platinum League. Trying to stress to both of these teams that Platinum League is going to be a bit of a jump from the Gold League. You know, similar considerations to going from, you know, middle school football or, you know, little league baseball into high school football, high school baseball. Like a little bit of a transition there in the speed and the tightness of play. And I know both of these teams are more than capable of performing at that level. Though we do see a lot of jumping around, the clock is still paused. Do expect hopefully that this tech pause does get resolved here soon, so we can continue with play. But for those of you just viewing now for the first time, thank you for your support. Thank you for checking out our stream, and please give us a follow when you get a chance. Still waiting for that pause to be completed. So what we're thank you so much for Codesbane for subscribing with Prime. Absolutely awesome. Complete legend. 214K. Thank you for another Prime subscription. These funds are going to go directly into the NAF fund for the team, and every month you know, those will expire, and so if you come back and subscribe again, that would be absolutely amazing. I know the players are definitely going to be appreciative of that. So I think I will just take a moment here for any of the new viewers we have, since we have been stuck on this pause for quite a while now, to go ahead and just double check the bracket. We didn't have a whole lot of time to discuss that, and so I think we'll just transition to that real. The teams are still on their technical pause. I'm James, owner of the Cincinnati League XP Lions. Thanks for watching today. This is a big tournament for our players, even though it is still a very low team count tournament, right? So we do have the Weston Ninjas. The Weston Ninjas are currently in a Platinum League division within XP League, but they were at the bottom at the end of the fall season, which does not mean that we can underestimate them. They still were in Platinum and performing for a reason, and they are the number 1 seed because of that. So they're currently playing the Franklin Wolverines. The Franklin Wolverines seated in the 4th spot as the 3rd place team within the Gold division, right? So at the end of the fall split, the top 3 teams were the Cincinnati Lions Black, the Cincinnati Lions Gray, and the Franklin Wolverines for the Gold division. And so that's how they got seeded. And much to the chagrin of our players, we had our Cincinnati Lions Black and Cincinnati Lions Gray playing each other in this first match, even though they're still overcoming that technical pause. It sounds like they're good, and we'll be jumping in just a second. But to finish the thought and explain this bracket, it is a double elimination tournament. So every match is going to be a best of 1. They're going to play 1 game. And if they lose, they get moved to the loser bracket, where you can see there the loser of match 1, loser of 2, loser of 4. If they lose again, then they're out. Now, if they win, they keep moving. And at the end, you'll see that there's 2 brackets. You have the one that's labeled by match number 4 and the one that's labeled by match number 5. The winners of those 2 matches are going to receive those 2 Platinum League spots. So we have 2 teams in the bracket. I'm hoping to see if we can get 2 teams into Platinum, and very excited. Oh my goodness, Codesbane, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Absolute legend here, gifting all these subs. Thank you so much. This is all going to go towards the national players. And let's go ahead. So right now we do have the Cincinnati Lions Black continuing to defend with a man advantage 2v1. Death Mantella does take down Strato, and Sunny getting another defuse here on the site. These are your very close matches. And for those of you that are new to Valorant or unsure about how this works, right, you do have one team that's on the attack. Right now, that is the Cincinnati Lions Gray, denoted here by the red portraits. And they have to drop a spike, which is currently being carried by Breen, in either site B or site A, right? You can see them here kind of blown up in the middle. Our players on the teal side, this is Cincinnati Lions Black. And they need to defend that spike from getting dropped and exploded. And after about the halfway mark of what's possible for matches, I think it's round 11, I always screw it up, but they will actually swap sides. So some maps, some teams have advantages playing certain styles.
Spike down.
Right now we're seeing Cincinnati Lions Black performing pretty well on the defense, but that by no means says that the Cincinnati Lions Gray are out of this fight. A great team here in the tournament for a reason. And I am so excited for all of these players. Sunny peeking this corner. Also for awareness, if this is your first time spectating a Valorant match, the players cannot see these portraits, or the silhouettes rather. They can't see these silhouettes. That's just us because of our privileged viewership status. We have Red here about to get pushed very hard. Not sure if he is aware of this push coming.
One enemy remaining. Spike down.
Oh my
B.
goodness, Sunny coming out of nowhere. Defenders win with a team wipe, bringing the score 5-1 in favor of the Cincinnati Lions Black. Codesbane, again, just wanted to thank you for all the gifted subs. Absolute legend. Thank you so much. Unlike the last time that was a technical timeout, I do believe that this was a just a timeout, right? So I do expect that the... Oh, my mic cuts out when I switch scenes. Thank you for the heads up. I will be more cognizant about my motor mouth when we are switching scenes. I'll take a quick pause. So, you know, timeout was actually called by the attackers, right? So this is the team that's behind. This is the team that is the Cincinnati Lions Gray. Baby Pooh being their coach, right? So I'm curious to see what their coach is saying to them, what they're going to be adjusting as they continue this match. I think that their current strategy has been largely kind of pushing up the middle into the mid-courtyard and then deciding from there. And so I'm wondering if they're going to, or if they've identified anything with the Cincinnati Blacks defense going to make them want to adjust that at all. It does look like they're kind of splitting. Their forces might try for some sort of feint this round. But you do see kind of a similar aspect. Most of the Cincinnati Lions Gray going up the middle again. Step over for just a second.
Spike down B. Last player standing. Spike planted.
I know exactly where you are.
Shadows traveling.
What do you say, drone? Ready to stretch your wing? Spikes here.
Placing sentry.
Claw through them.
All right, I am back. We have some requests for some expert chimp action. We are going to watch some expert chimpanzee then. Also, apologize for the pause in commentary. We also have Fortnite open lobby scripts going on right now, which I need to provide those players codes for. So periodically, I'll have to step out and make sure that they're all set up. But we will definitely be covering all of our Valorant matches today. Expert chimpanzee telling that window that that is not his friend. Did see a round victory after that timeout for the Cincinnati Lions Gray. Make me very curious about what they discussed and what they talked about. Kenda WGPC, thank you so much for that Prime subscription. Helps a ton. It's going to help the players get to North American Finals. If I were a betting man or looking in a crystal ball or reading tea leaves or trying to tell the future in any way, I do believe we have about 16 players that are likely to make it to the North American Finals at the end of
One
next
enemy
July.
remaining.
And so we are starting now with trying to alleviate
30
the
seconds
financial
left.
burden and impact of that and have these players play on a big stage. So thank you so much for your support.
Look for my shadows, they will hide you.
All right, another round victory for the Cincinnati Lions Black, bringing them to 6-2.
Turret out.
I do want to mention we do have a couple of players out today that are typically on these teams. We have a couple players on the Cincinnati Lions Gray that were unable to attend. It's really unfortunate, not something that we wanted, but I did want to give a shout out to Joshid and Dingus, as they are absolute stable players on Cincinnati Lions Gray. But they were unable to make it today, and unfortunately, due to time constraints, we do need to get this relegation tournament completed. So for anyone out there that has followed these teams for a little bit, no, they're not gone. But yes, unfortunately, we did have to try to get this complete
Here.
with the personnel that we had available. Expert chimpanzee being taken down by Abuser.
Spike
Apparently has
down
a million
A.
fans. Goes down to tack. Cincinnati Lions Black holding down site.
One
very
enemy
strongly.
remaining.
Only one enemy remaining in the form of Three. And Three does go down, giving Cincinnati Lions Black another victory for a 7-2 score.
They demand a fight.
Mrs.
Who are we
Kaylee
to
G,
disobey?
thank you so much for the subscription. That is 10 out of 10, our goal that we had set up. Thank you so much. It's going to go straight into the pile that we have to get these players to North American Finals, which I have no doubt we'll be able to do. Also, Mama Chimp, love the name. Everyone has a mama. Chimp has a mama. And you're letting us know. We'll make sure we get some more footage of him. Here we go for you.
Cover going out.
All right, he's doing omen things, so we're gonna actually bounce around to some individuals closer to the action. But thank you all for watching and supporting our players. This means a lot to them. I know there's been some frustration with scheduling. If you are a parent of one of these players, I'm sure you've heard. But they've been working hard all season. They deserve to be here.
Spike planted.
Potentially some action going down here. Expert chimpanzee and Depth Mantella poking his corner. Does go down to Abuser. Expert chimpanzee going down as well. The Jet swatting up, taking down a third.
One
This
enemy
is
remaining.
My ult's ready.
insane. This is an ace setup for Abuser. That one fan out there, oh, it did get taken by Strato, but that is still a win for the Cincinnati Lions Gray, closing the gap, making this game a 7-3 score. And again, I'm sorry, I'm getting excited again. I'll bring my voice down a little bit as I know the audio is coming in a little hot. I'm just so excited for these players.
Here.
Unfortunately, I don't have any type of score update or anything for the Weston Franklin match. The only information I really have on them is that the Franklin team, we did play during the season. It was the one loss that Cincinnati Lions Gray had experienced through the season, and it was because we played them with only 4 players. So we really don't have a good read on either of these teams that we are likely to face. Well, that we will face.
Healing over
both
here.
of our teams. Alpha Raptor does go down to Sunny. Sunny
Spike
taking
down,
down
B.
TNT Dog as well.
Throwing torch.
Sunny going right here. Hack sneaking up through that upper room. Now, the spike is there. It is going down. Breen is going to get it here.
I planted
But
the
is
spike.
he
My ultimate
and
is ready.
Strato going to be able to hold this site? Now, Talk and Expert Chimpanzee are going to have to make a move here. Right now,
Last player
Green
standing.
takes down Talk and takes down Expert Chimpanzee, closing the gap again, making this the uber exciting tense game that I was hoping it would be.
Last
7-4
round in the half.
in
Spike's
favor
here.
of the Lions Black. This is the last round before the swap. So I mentioned this earlier that we do have, towards the middle of the round, we have a swap on sides, right? So after the round of 11, all the economy, all the money that the teams have been kind of building and utilizing to buy all these weapons and armor will be erased. And the attackers will become the defenders, and the defenders will become the attackers until the end of the match.
Get out of my way. I've got your
Clearing
trail.
area.
Hawk out.
We do see an aggressive push towards the A site. They're trying to get there before the rest of the defense can make it. The user taking down one with that jet ultimate. Flying up, not seeing anybody. This site is effectively
I know
grazed.
exactly where you are.
I'm curious to see if that shoulder is poking out. My goodness. Cincinnati Lions Black going to have to make a push here.
Turret's destroyed.
Red taking one down, but getting... The swaps are going down left and right. That spike is starting to tick down faster and faster. There's still 3 people defending, but another goes down to
One enemy
Another
remaining.
one. Are they going to get this defuse off? Sunny is trying. Looks like he
Last
might.
player standing. Clutch.
And he doesn't. Wow, Alpha Raptor with the absolute clutch
Switching
play.
sides.
You can see the chat at the bottom left. The players are kind of poking at each other a little bit, all playful, telling each other, hey, good job, you got me there. These players know each other. These players, like, they're both Lions. They both hang out. Oh, it's the game audio that's a little hot. Okay, I'll turn that down. Thank you for the feedback. There. I'll reduce it just a little bit. Let me know if that makes things better. Thank you, Ken, to WGPC. But anyway, so the players, they know each other. They play with each other. They play pickup games all the time in the off time. Tank
Right
Fallow.
here.
My king, Addy y'all abuser. Had a fantastic game last game. I am so excited
Standing
for the
ahead.
entirety of this tournament. I may be a little biased, but I have very high hopes for both of these teams. And I'm very glad that they're getting to play each other first. I would have no other way.
Blinded.
Flash goes off. Alpha Raptor getting a pick right there on Sunny. The defense starting to form up here on site B as they're pushing through. Def Mantella takes out one. Strato takes out Expert Chimpanzee. Red takes out Strato. The trades are coming left and right. Abuser there off to the side. Gets
One
one
enemy
through the
remaining.
wall. And that only leaves Tack here with the opportunity for the Cincinnati Lions Gray. The spike is down. This is not looking all that feasible. Definitely a lot of luck will need to be involved here. There's only about 45 seconds remaining on the clock.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my goodness, here I am being pessimistic. Tack is making it happen all by himself. One more player to go, and does go down to TNT Dog, who ends up defending that in kind of a clutch manner there. So as you can see, oh, I had the teams mixed up. Sorry, they did swap sides. So that was another score for the Cincinnati Lion Gray, and we are sitting at a 7-6 score for this match. Very tight game. Abuser almost getting that op shot off accurately. Unfortunately does miss. Some contact about to happen here on TNT Dog. Goes down to tack. Shots through the wall. Nothing happening. Pistol does end up taking down
Spike
Dex
down.
Mantella
Defender
for
spawn.
Expert Chimpanzee. The trades are happening so
One
fast.
enemy remaining.
Currently 2v2. Sunny is going to have to grab this spike or eliminate all opponents. Not sure if he knows that they're
One
there.
enemy
Does
remaining.
get Alpha Raptor down. And it's going to come down between Breen and Sunny. Two players that know each other very well. Have played all last season together. Let's see what happens around this corner. And Breen does get it, evening up the score between Black and Gray, turning this into an absolute slugfest. I feel bad for whoever has to play either of our teams next round, which, due to the bracket, is going to be both of the teams. But this is
a nice
definitely a great showing.
This goes here.
Very exciting watching all of them compete right now.
Yes, this should do.
All right, let's go ahead, check in on Red. Covering this middle location, gaining information, knowing where people aren't as they're covering the advance for Tack and Expert Chimpanzee. Expert Chimpanzee, the one with the spike. You now see the push up the middle as they set for a type of pincer move here almost. We'll see if Breen, unlikely to hear anything,
Found him.
seem to be sneaking in. Tack taking down Breen on the site. The site is Gray's to have. Expert Chimpanzee, correction, Black. Expert Chimpanzee is planting the spike. It's their site to hold. And we'll see if Gray is able to push through here.
Found them.
Whoa, Strato is very intuitive. Shots through the wall.
One
Oh, I
enemy
think there was a sensor. Oh my goodness, absolutely
Gun
phenomenal recovery for Cincinnati Lions Gray. I thought Black had that. They ran in, they charged this site, got the spike down, and had it completely covered. Gray was entirely limited to basically coming through this avenue of approach right here. Up here on the A rafters. And Black, after holding the whole site, was unable to hold them back after planning to that spike. We'll see what they do this time. I do believe Black also still has a timeout at their disposal, but right now Cincinnati Lions Gray taking the lead for the first time during this match with a 7-8 score.
Revealing area.
Strato, sick today. Did tell us he was not feeling well, but wanted to play in this tournament nonetheless. Doing a great job. Having a great game so far. We do see the Cincinnati Lions Black pushing in mass here towards Site B.
Powerless.
See if Alpha's going to be able to see it. Does see the utilities going off. Knows they're there. There goes the Jet. Gets it taken down by Alpha. Strato taking down two of the Cincinnati Black players. Oh, absolutely getting
One
wiped
enemy
here
remaining.
by the Cincinnati Lions Gray. And that was it. 9-7 in favor of Lions Gray. An absolute comeback. I believe it was, I think it was 7-1. Let's go ahead and check. It was 7-2. It was 7-2, and the past 7 matches, Gray has won. I don't know what they talked about in that timeout, but I'm going to need to get a recording of that speech.
Here.
Mantella making some noise. Talk with the spike moving forward, getting the blast by Alpha Raptor. Alpha Raptor taking him down. Spike
down,
is dropped. Expert Chimpanzee there to pick up, but does need to be careful as the entirety of the Cincinnati Lions Gray are going to be there sitting on top of that spike. This is not looking good for the Black in this round. Both teams. Oh my goodness, look at the reaction from Rudd. Does take down Green. Still plenty of time on the clock if Black can make something of this. Do have Desmond Mantella kind of looking around the map for opportunities for picks, but really the entirety of Gray is covering this spike. Shooting through the boxes to make sure no one is camping there. We're going to see who's faster,
30 seconds left.
Red or Raptor. Red does get it. Red gets the second one, grabs the spike, is off to the races. Cincinnati Lions Black might make something happen here. Oh my goodness. Red absolutely coming in clutch there. Leaves it to just Strato, alone and unafraid against three Cincinnati Lions Black players. Trying to make something happen this round. I don't see it happening. I don't think it's going to be a disarm that we're going to be seeing this round. Does get identification of one player. Was unaware of that one. Def Mantella taking out Strato. Attackers win. Cincinnati Lions Black win. Current score 8-9.
We are strong because we are together. Don't forget that.
All right. Timeout starting for the defenders again. Curious what they are talking about. They lost their first round in about 7 matches. I would pull up the bracket again, but I'm not even sure what to really discuss. Both of these teams playing absolutely phenomenally. I think if, you know, either one of them goes against Weston, that's the primarily unknown portion of this bracket. Weston being the team that was previously Platinum, did finish the fall split with an 0-8 record, but all of those were against other very high-performing Platinum teams. So it's really tough to say, you know, how that skill level is going to like translate to our teams that performed well, but in the Gold League. So that'll be very interesting to see. The Franklin team we know is strong. Our Cincinnati Lions Gray team did play it during the season. I think back on September 30th was when their game was. And we're off to the races. So timeout over, only 5 seconds until this next round kicks off.
Shutting them down. One suppressed.
You should run.
Right, all of Black piled into this room. They do decide to rotate. Now, I'll see how this works. We do see a little bit of discipline going on here from Breen. Breen checking his camera, waiting for that rotate, and staying at that A site. I really like how Gray is fighting this, actually. Gray is defending on the map, and they initially rotated towards B very strongly, but have spread out and basically gone back to their initial defense after the Black push didn't arrive. So, it's going to give them an opportunity to defend much more flexibly.
Spike down A.
Lions Black getting aggressive, pushing into the site once and for all. Committing with the spike on site A. Now they need to hold it off. 3v3 situation.
Two suppressed.
You see some gunshots running to this wall. Tack taking it off for after that fact.
Flashbang.
Flash going off by Tack. No action after the fact. 2v2 situation. T-Dog taking down Sunny. A spike speeding up. They are going to have to make a move. Strato takes out Tack. Cincinnati Lions Gray are going to defuse this bomb and bring it to an 8-10 score in favor of the Cincinnati Lions Gray. Alrighty, I need
Enemies
to
close.
step out for a
Eyes
second
up.
and make sure that the Fortnite players are good to go. I'll be right back.
Revealing area.
Spike down A. Spike planted.
Take flight.
Flashbang. Flashbang.
Last player standing.
Right here. Scanning ahead.
Alrighty, I am back, and it does look like we are sitting at an 11-8 score in favor of the Cincinnati Lions Gray. Momentum starting to take
Powerless.
form. Very curious to see if Cincinnati Lions Black can come back from this. Take us into an
Last
overtime
player
situation.
standing. Spike down A.
And that is going to put the Cincinnati Lions Gray on match point. One more match for the Cincinnati Lions Gray, and that is
Match
going
point.
to be it. And we will have to update the bracket and reach out to the other coaches and see where we're at for the next matches for this afternoon. Very, very exciting. All right, we do see a little bit more of a forward defense here from the Cincinnati Lions Gray. We have Breen kind of tucking away here down that long corridor just south of the A site. The Cincinnati Lions black player is playing a lot slower this round. Definitely being a little bit more careful, a little bit more cagey. And we do see Tack taking down Raptor. A little bit of movement from the Lions Gray. That player going down. Definitely making them double think there. Oh my goodness. Red with the double shot. Taking out Breed and Strato, giving a clear run towards the A site, shutting that door. This might be the opportunity that Black needed to close this gap.
One enemy remaining.
Only one enemy in the form of TNT Dog. I don't know if there's anything that he's going to be able to do. This looks like it's going to be a Cincinnati Black victory, bringing the score to a 9-12 against the Lions Gray. That was a very impressive round from the Lions Black. They completely changed their pace and tempo for how they've been attacking sites. And just their shots all made it. Expert Chimpanzee does go down to TNT Dog. Going to have to get through Sunny and then the rest of the Black team, but the spike is about to go off. Lions Black just getting out of the way so that they do not die to the explosion. It goes off. Attackers win. 9-12 in favor of Lions Gray.
Win. Show me where to go.
Could not have asked for a better match today. Very, very exciting rounds.
Here.
For those of you
Here.
just joining in, this is the XP League Cincinnati Lions, gray and black, playing for slots in the highest division in XP League, our youth athletics esports teams of the Platinum Division. 2 slots available, 2 teams participating, double elimination, best of ones, and this is the first match. Still no update on the Franklin-Weston match. After this round, we'll definitely make sure we're aware. I am actually being contacted by some coaches right now. So we should have some score updates here in the near future. Sunny, as fun as it is to stare down a scope, I don't foresee a shot happening here soon. So let's transition over to red. Both teams very, very slow, right? And there is nothing wrong with that. 34 seconds left. We are getting to the point in the clock where
30 seconds
the Lions
left.
Black are going to have to commit to this site, and if there was a site to commit to, this is probably the one.
Yeah.
It only has one defender. Red might be able to sneak on by here, get that plant down. But is the Lions Gray going to be able to push in here?
10 seconds left.
And there's Sunny with that op shot
Spike
that we
planted.
were waiting patiently for earlier. The Lions Black, wounded but not out. Still 3 players for the Gray, though. Definitely an opportunity here for them to push in and disable this spike, but it is getting closer and closer.
My eyes.
Green powering through, does go
Last player
down.
standing.
Now Raptor, Strato going down, and that is another win for the Cincinnati Lion Black, bringing it to a 10-12 score.
Need a drop.
Oh my goodness, I'm on the edge of my seat. I know that the parents out there of these players probably also very excited. All right, seeing a little bit of a similar, so what we've seen the past 2 rounds, ever since Gray ended
Right
up on
here.
match point, was that Black
Right
has
here.
been playing very slow, very methodical, very disciplined, but different points of attack. The first time we saw it happening on the A site, that last round we saw it happen on the B site, and right now I think we might see some form of a feint? Not entirely sure. I think right now we see Sunny with the op, hanging out in the event that Gray plays forward. Red is watching the middle. We do see different Dell. Oh my gosh, getting a kill off with that ultimate. Absolute value.
Right here.
Great intuition and game sense on knowing where likely positions are for the opposing players. Sensor going down from Strato. A little bit of knowledge there. I think that we're going to see a little bit more of a straight-up test as both teams are going to have to push into the A site
30
relatively
seconds left.
simultaneously. And I think that is going to put the Gray in favor, but let's see how these firefights turn out. Currently 3v3. Black is on the site.
Last
Red is
player
getting that
standing.
plant. He's the last one. Can he hold out against 3 players to win this match? And he doesn't. And Cincinnati Lions Gray is going to take that fight. An absolutely phenomenal game. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I mixed up? No, I'm right. I saw the chat. and I started
Defenders
getting
win.
confused. Absolutely phenomenal game. We'll be back with more Valorant action as soon as we coordinate with these other coaches, it does seem like we had a forfeit on the other match. I think we had Franklin forfeit against Weston. So we'll go ahead and see what that's like. We'll be right back in a little bit. But until then, please hang out, chill, and give these players the support they need, the high fives they need for an absolute phenomenal slugfest. Cincinnati Lions Gray advancing. Let's go ahead and actually look at the bracket here. So I didn't talk during the transition. So if we look at the bracket here, okay, I think according to the other coaches right now, and I'll put an updated one in this here soon, I think what we're looking at is the Weston Ninjas received a forfeit from the Franklin Wolverines. So they're going to be playing the Cincinnati Lions Gray in the finals of the winter bracket, which is labeled as round 4, right? And this may be confusing to visualize, but I'll put a new one up there. The Cincinnati Lions Black are going to go to the loser bracket and play the Franklin Wolverines. We'll see if they forfeit again, or if they're able to make the match or be there. I'm not sure what the forfeit happened or the results there, but yeah, we'll be right back. Stick around, and yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for right now. Let me get this all set up for you guys. What kind of music you all want to listen to? I usually just go for some light EDM music, so that's what we'll go with. All right, congratulations, Cincinnati Lions Gray. We'll be back with round 2 of this.